Welcome to the 5th round of Ewow. If you don't know what it is, pause to read this. Here we have a time machine, and I set it to 55555. Oh, I'm in a forest. Well, this isn't very exciting. The prompt is to travel back here, and try to convince people that I'm a god. I must have some kind of supernatural activity to convince them. Like what if I ask them to bring me water, and I try to turn it into wine? It would be kinda fitting specifically for me, since I'm the grape furry and wine is made from grapes. But since the responses are anonymous, it wouldn't work too well. I couldn't think of much, so I decided to poke fun at the fact that after I say 11 words, the surrounding humans will put tape over my mouth. But at that time tape wasn't invented yet, or at least in the current modern form that we all know. So I have to be the one that brings the invention of tape to them, only for them to instantly use it to shut me down. That sounded funny, so I submitted. I have brought you a new invention called tape. Wait, don't. This is one of my favorite artists. I love all the art so much. So of course I was extremely happy when I got from her art of my booksona. I was just screaming and running around in circles and jumping all day from so much happiness. Like, just look at how detailed and cool and silly it is. I love the art style so much, it's so awesome. This really made my day. Obviously that's what I'm updating my booksona to this round. Hopefully it won't bug out again. This is my confessional. I am crediting the artist, Dr. Shimada. Amazing artist. Dancy, the person with the most lives in my comments for the first time, didn't gain a life but still did pretty well. Still wish you good luck in the future, you'll probably make it far into the game. Someone gave me some suggestions for better text-to-speech options. Thank you for the very long and detailed comment so I can understand well. The issue is that all of these are on Linux and I'm on Windows, and I would have to get a virtual machine. And I just don't want to learn a whole new operating system just for text-to-speech. When it comes to video subtitles, if I want them I can just use CapCut, drag the video file in and generate it in seconds. Or YouTube already auto-generates subtitles on videos. Apparently the comment kept getting deleted by YouTube. Maybe Milk Tracker is causing the issue because that is a very strange name just for an app. I can't wait to be in every Ewow video because I updated the wiki again. This time fan art was included. A lot of fun art was made, so hopefully no one starts fighting about who gets included. The trivia section is growing, referencing the bug that I had turning my booksona into a default one. Apparently what I wanted to update it to is in the gallery, but I don't see it present there. Also we got access to this Ewow spreadsheet where we can see that my relative rank is 354th out of everyone. I'm not sure what exactly is relative rank. Probably how well I'm doing adjusted to the size of each round. For example, the 100th place out of 1,000 is really good, placing you in the top 10%. But if it was out of 100 then it would have been dead last place. When it comes to the average percentile, I'm doing even better at 236th place. This is my verbosity, which I couldn't figure out what it means and what are these numbers. Fun fact, if every person subscribed, we would have 8 billion subs. Fun, am I right? Anyways, since I was curious how every single contestant graph looked like, and the code that made these graphs is now open to public, someone went ahead and actually did it. And it looks super interesting. All the colored lines made a messy pattern. At the top some spikes are forming, since whoever is in the first place is unlikely to get an even better score next round. Thanks for the graph. I wanted to quickly bring awareness to an issue. This might seem like the former TWOW Ringcrat that made a return, but it's actually Jolly Pikachu impersonating them, which is a really gross thing to do and not okay. Here is really blatant, but on YouTube it's not as obvious, and I'm just telling y'all to be careful with stuff like this happening, to not get fooled so easily. I always get pinged along them, and realize that not everyone is aware of this, so now everyone should be. Saucy, always providing me with cool graphs, has once again made a new dashboard showing all kinds of information. My score over time, my lives over time, the rank, top 2% of all players and top 6% of living players is far better than I expected. It's crazy when visualized how many are below me in terms of performance. And most interesting, I took the path of prize survive, which has been taken by other 26 Ewowers. It made me curious, what is the most taken path? Nearly a quarter, 4,031, took the path of losing a life and then never responding ever again. And the rarest path taken is prizing every round, since only to achieve that. Although there are probably other paths that no one has ever taken. This is great to see all the data in one place instead of having to search in multiple places and screenshots when trying to remember how I did. Also the wiki is helpful for seeing all my scores and placements. Since there isn't space for writing every new round, I wonder how this will be dealt with in the future. You can see the results from Ewow for be graphed in a cool way. I like how the contestants appear since to the music. If you watch it for long enough, you'll see over time that it reveals a special shape, Bobobmet. The Ewow episode was again hosted by other people, which I don't mind at all. It's actually really cool putting the spotlight on those in the community. Imagine if I made an appearance there. But yeah, it is really impressive the sheer amount of projects Carry's doing. The voting system changed, meaning you can now vote up to 20 times without the vote weight going down. I wasn't voting much anyways cause my brain can't decide which response is better and which is worse, but if you can, you should now vote more. Thankfully this time my booksona actually updated, and it looks so good in the contestant grid. About 70% of contestants submitted And from looking at the responses I see they are very mixed, and a lot of them seem to be very clever. Like the fact that people have gotten much taller shows you're clearly from a different time. Some have superpowers, some bring items from the present, some just predict something that happened in the future. But it's really lame because the population won't immediately be convinced, and take a really long time for it to come true. I actually found someone that made the same joke as me with the tape. The results have arrived, but I didn't even need to scroll through the video while biting my nails to see how I did. Because Saucy already updated the dashboard extremely quickly, and that's where I first saw the results. But first let's watch the video. Holy, the intro is quite nostalgic since it's reminiscent of how the first season episodes used to start. It's great that the average vote per response increased. I got 22 votes, which is just about average. The top 3 are crazy clever, time traveling and time loops. Why didn't I think of that before? Or while you don't bring anything with you, you can still have tattoos. Or preparing before going back in time. I'm shocked that usage of this face did so well. I was under the impression that I should maybe avoid it in case not everyone likes it. In the 7th place I recognize that name. The Pink Bunny Empire is the person that made the fun art of me and Quirky Burger that ended up on the wiki. Turns out my idea wasn't so original as 128 people used tape. No one got 8 lives. The amount of 5 lifers decreased, which means I'm more rare. Coincidences that happened includes people from the rarest life clubs commenting like a 5 lifer from Ewow 2 or a 6 lifer from Ewow 3. It is unknown if a 7 lifer will respond. Well, since there are now more of them, it's never too late for one of them to comment. Also, the confessionals interacting with each other is so wholesome. This graphic looks so cool, I love it. Apparently the ones with lower lives are more likely to continue losing lives, which makes sense. We also found out that cheaters actually get punished. I wonder why some lose 2 lives and some 3 lives. 100 eyes seemed like such a tiny amount, and thought they have absolutely no chance. But I was wrong. Still a decent portion of them are around, and we should start actually worrying about it. This normalized rank data is so intriguing. How someone must feel when they are consistently doing insanely well. You wouldn't expect someone with the lowest normalized rank to be one to have actually prized before. Yay, the efficiency champion is back. But enough yapping. How well did I do? I got 673rd place, which is not enough for prizing but still better than 74% of the surviving contestants, which is pretty good. The wiki already got updated super quick by KTGE official with my awesome booksona that I keep mentioning cause I love this art so much. And the up-to-date data. Watch out, nobody that you know, lol. You have some competition if you want to show up in the next episode. I only have 6 neighbors left and half of them are on their last life. My town is becoming a ghost town. But the alphabetical leaderboards are not including the eliminated ones, meaning I have some new neighbors. Showing how I'm now the last surviving person before letter E starts. My normalized rank jumped up almost 100 places. 266 is so high, putting me now above 1.6% of all players, but slightly lower among the living players. My path is now more uncommon. Let's see some of the worst responses. I have the sharpest rocks. Ah yes, that is so convincing. Next thing you'll do is tape my mouth. Come on, put a bit of pizzazz in it like I did. I ate a sandwich. I'm a god, trust me bro. Teach them about the wonders of Among Us. I can do cool magic, woo. Grow some food for them. Bababnas got eliminated. Despite only ever repeating the same word, they still did better than almost 3/4 of all contestants. The next prompt is to give a false reason for a true fact, which I'm not sure what's it even supposed to mean. It sounds complicated, so hopefully I don't fumble it. I have literally no idea what to submit. While I figure this out, wish me luck.